Trap
Sure.
is the next one, I guess.
M. Night Shyamalan, Bing
Ish.
Bong.
I think that
Yeah, let's not. Okay, well, he ruined Avatar, so yeah, he gets some of that. Um,
My first thought was that it's that Natalie Emmanuel movie where she comes to a vampire.
Oh, there's a
okay.
Natalie Manuel movie where she becomes a vampire?
No way, yeah, where she gets invited to some rich cousin's.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that. It was like a
I can't
Bridgerton
remember the name
looking.
right now.
It was like a
The
Bridgerton looking
Invitation,
thing,
yes,
right?
the
Oh,
Invitation.
there we go. Yeah, I saw the
It's called The
trailer for that. I
Invitation.
haven't seen the
So in that
movie.
movie, like a cousin dies or something, but like a distant cousin she's never heard of. And then this other guy, he pretends he's a cousin and something, and it's like, hey, dude, you should come see, or like come visit us. You know, you're a cousin and everything. Oh, her mom dies. And then because the mom dies, the cousin then they find her and like, hey, dude, you family. So come through, come visit us. And then it turns out she's um like the chosen one for them to continue their vampire lineage, whatever, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when I was watching that, it gave me those vibes because these unsuspecting people get invited to this island by these people, and then weird shit happens. So it gave me those vibes.
Yeah, but I mean, like this one is kind of the city set up a concert to catch a serial
Yeah.
killer.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking
Blink
the other
Like,
one.
twice.
I'm
how big
thinking
is
Blink
your
Twice.
budget?
Sorry, I'm thinking
Yeah,
Blink Twice.
oh,
I'm
yeah,
thinking Blink Twice.
twice. Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm thinking Blink Twice.
Yeah.
Like when you said the trap, my mind went to Blink Twice.
Oh,
Sorry,
I thought maybe
sorry.
it's because to me it reminds me of old, and that's M Night Shyamalan. Trap.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry,
this
yeah, M
one.
Night Shyamalan.
I'm saying like this one is like, and also like a shout out to the random black dude that has all the information. Like,
Yeah,
how does
like
And
that
then
guy know?
he spills it even though he's not supposed to because it's gonna spread panic. Like, dude, come on.
No, despite spreading panic, how do you know you're not talking to the right guy, to the
No,
person
how
that
do
you're not
you
supposed to talk?
know? Like, bro, you're working the kiosks.
Exactly.
You're not a
And then
security
obviously because it's
guard.
a
You're not a
movie, he's
police
literally talking to the
officer.
right guy.
No, but I'm saying
This
like you're not a
movie,
police
like this,
officer or anything. I'm like, bro, how did you like? Is your risk game that strong that you went up to the police and you're like, hey, Buffett, then what's a lot more? And
I
they're
have
like,
more
one, two,
questions.
three, four, five. I was like, what?
I have more questions than answers now that we are talking about. I never really thought about all these things until we mentioned it now.
No, bro,
Because, like,
the first two things that stuck out to me, I was like, a concert to catch a serial killer.
what's your
That
budget?
doesn't make sense.
Also, if you have that much information on this guy that apparently his daughter might be at this concert, just go get the daughter. Just go pick up the
And
daughter.
no, and never mind that. If you know that he's there, then you should know that means you know his face. Why don't you just find out his information and wait for him at his crib?
Or don't even
Yeah,
have the
or
concert.
you
Just shut the
you have a
building down.
tracker. Like you have
Just
a
shut
tracker
the
on
Yes,
him. How do you
just
know
just
he's there?
yeah, I'm saying if you guys
exactly.
know he's there,
Like
just
there's
shut
not a
the
lot that's making sense.
yeah,
There's
like
not a lot that's
if
making
you know he's
sense.
there, just shut it down. Like no more concert. We're ID checking everybody.
yeah,
I,
yeah. Hey, but
yeah.
I get it. M Shyamalan, that's his. He loves his concepts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Devil or what's the other one?
Split.
House Split. Oh, what's one of the house with in a cabin? It's not cabin in the woods. What's it called? But yeah.
Are you talking
Knock
about
at
the ones with the grandparents?
knock at the
No,
cabin.
that's the visit. That's the visit. But the one with Rupert
Knock,
Grint with
knock at the cabin or something.
a
Is
knock
it a
on
knock
the
at the
door,
cabin?
something like that. Yes, a knock on the door, something like that. But yes, he likes his concepts. And the question
Alright.
is, can he pull off execution on the concepts?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm
no.
just saying, like, when a movie is realistic or when it's supposedly grounded, right? And then it starts doing these weird things. It's kind of like Ice Cube used to do a lot of those movies where it'd be like school fight or something. I'm not sure what it is. And basically he's like supposed to be a teacher. And it's like there's nothing fantastical going on, but then there's just a lot of stuff that's happening and it's like this would not happen at a school. Like you can't prison fight each other and bring bats to a school and teachers are not there. Like that's just not something that happens.
I don't think that movie was taking itself seriously, dog. Like Ice Cube
No,
is
but
busy showing
I get that,
kids
but like
like a
if we
video.
come here, but like we come here to trap, and it's just like this is supposed to be like a real manhunt, and they're looking for a serial killer who's a dad who's taking pictures on social media. I guess maybe that's a thing. I don't know. I don't remember Hannibal Lecter opening up a Facebook, but anyway, uh, yeah, this is weird.
Yeah,
How much
this
do you guys think is gonna make
movie.
it the box office? Let me check the budget. Please continue, Zuko.
Yeah, I was saying this like I watched this thing and I was like I felt like I wasn't concentrating and I was watching it. You know,
You know, it's
I felt like I missed things. And then when I saw ke Shalama Lama Lama, I was like, okay, maybe I did miss things. But when I actually watched it twice, it's one of the things I watched twice. And it still didn't make sense to me. Okay, sharp. The dad goes to the concert with his daughter. It's all good. And then this concession guy speaks to someone he doesn't know. Like if they had made him like his buddy who slipped him the tickets, that would have made more sense.
yeah.
No, but like
That
also like the other thing is like if you know there's a manhunt for you or whatever, like why are you like attending like public events like that? I
no,
don't know.
but
Well, it's I remember
that's
from
hiding
the
in plain sight. That's hiding in
I
plain
I
sight.
guess so.
I
I guess
remember
so.
from the
But
first
also
trailer.
let me just finish my point. So one, you get this person who tells some like that could spread panic, and I'm sure as concession people and whatever, they probably when they told the management like don't tell people you're gonna cause panic. That's probably one of the first things they said.
Also, he's
So
loud.
exactly. So he's not even whispering it. And then two, um, as from a cop point of view, why isn't the concert being shut down and people slowly coming out? And also two, and also three, if you know that the guy is there or if you suspect he's there, that means you have some form of identification on him. Because there's no way I'm not shutting down a mall because I suspect someone that a killer is there, but I don't know what he looks like.
See, and I
So
agree with that. Yeah.
so like
Unless if this
it's not
guy,
making sense.
is not a serial killer, actually.
Well,
Oh, he is. You
Maybe
saw
he's not the
he
actual
had
killer.
No, like
someone.
there's a whole scene where he has some where he's looking at his phone and he's got somebody trapped in a basement
yeah.
somewhere.
So they
Exactly.
confirmed that
He is the killer. He's the killer. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
he.
guys,
unless they say it's the daughter. Yeah.
You know how M Night
Oh
Shyamalan
yeah,
is like.
But
yeah. Plot twist. I see
yeah.
no
Yeah.
serial killers.
No, or you find he's an undercover cop or something. I don't. You
Uh,
never know, though.
I feel like that's too negative of a twist. He'll never do it like that. It has to be something.
Or you know what the twist will be, ne? The twist will be is like the daughter's the serial killer and he's been taking the rap for her or
Uh,
whatever.
oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, the daughter's the serial
Ooh.
killer, and then he's like the vampire's assistant type shit. Turns out the daughter's like a vampire or some shit like that, and he's out here.
Like that's not his actual daughter, maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's true. It could be his next target as well.
It reminds me of Mr. Brooks.
Mm. But
Do
you
you
know
remember
what?
that movie?
Yes, of course. It's a flippin' classic in my opinion.
Yo, it was
That
so
was
brilliant, dog. Kevin Costner was freaking terrifying in that movie.
yeah. That cold acting of his works perfectly for that movie. I think that's I love like when people like Arnold Schwarzenegger play a robot. Like it makes sense. Like it fits the type. You know what I mean? And I feel
Yeah.
like Kevin Costner really got that right. But you know what? Actually, I'm gonna be positive about this movie because I think we need more concept movies. I feel like what I love. I think the reason the Japanese are doing so well is because all their concepts they keep coming up with new concepts, whereas Hollywood keeps coming up with new characters. And I feel like this is a concept movie that'll probably we'll see what happens.
If this was a series, in 2004, it would have competed with Prison Break.
It would have had us by the balls.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
In the
Yeah, but now that I keep thinking about the logistics, like I think the thing is, man, concepts are cool and all of that stuff. It's just that I think when you start bringing in a lot of reality, it makes me think about the logistics, and that takes me out of a movie.
Yeah, like what are the cops gonna do? It's a raid, and then what? You don't even know who the murderer is. Like, it makes no
No,
sense.
I'm just saying, like, they should just set up a roadblock and just filter everybody out one by one, and anybody
That
who's
makes
not
more
there.
sense. But maybe that's what's gonna happen. They were just setting up.
I think, yeah,
No,
I
but
think
like that's a
Let's give
lot
them
of
let's give
money.
them
But
the
that's a lot of money, and like the city set up a whole thing to catch this guy like this.
the one thing I can think of is they don't know what he looks like. And so for you to make a roadblock is just gonna waste time. They
but
must
Yeah.
then it
Yeah, but
doesn't
I'm
make
saying
sense
that
then
they
to
have
shut down
enough
the concert. If you
information.
don't know what he looks like, how are you gonna catch him? Why
there
are you
must be
going
some
looking
kind
for
of
him?
marker that on him. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe he has maybe his phone will be the giveaway. If he picks up
Then just just set up just get a van outside with cameras and check for that. And then when you find him, you send like two guys to trail
I'm just saying.
him.
I think like because the thing that's throwing me off with this is that they know that he's attending this concert, so they have enough information to ascertain that he'll be here to watch this thing. So they know he's also a man, and also it's like a pop star. So I'm assuming they've managed to suss out he's got either a child or something is going on.
they
And
probably,
like that, and that's a lot of information to just go off on a psychological profile. So it means that they have to have some form of information
it
to
could
catch
be
the guy.
Zodiac killer type stuff. Maybe he left a clue and they figured it out early for once. And now they know, okay, one of these people is probably his next target. Do you know what I mean? One of these people is probably his next target. So now we've got to try and
Maybe.
catch him and the target at the same time, and they're trying to figure it out.
But then
But
also like
again,
the police roping in a pop star to be like, okay, you're gonna hold this concert, but we're doing this specifically to catch a
Yo,
serial killer.
nah, I
That's
think
Yeah,
the star would bail.
there's too many holes in this thing, man. Like
yeah,
I don't mind
I think I'm
holes.
with Rob. I think I'm with Rob on this one. I think he might have informed the police that he'll be at that concert. Because
what
that's
as a
something that the
what
Joker would do.
catch me if
You
you
know what I
can
mean?
serial killer
Like
style.
a
No,
Riddler
but
type
like
thing. Like a
no, but
Riddler
the
type.
thing is though is that he doesn't look happy that he's getting trailed. Like if you look
Exactly.
at the
Yeah.
trailer, he looks like he's upset that people have figured out that he might be here.
He's surprised. The way I see it, he's surprised. Like,
But at the same time, they do say that you won't even show you won't even see his emotions or whatever. You're like, but I can see his emotions. What are you guys talking about?
I
Anyway,
think we're overthinking it because I think what's going to happen is we're going to get an Alice in Borderlands type situation where they've got to try and do things to try and suss him out, and he's got to try and do things to try and hide things. Because you know what I mean? Because that's the Japanese way of doing it.
like
Where it's
Death
like,
Note vibes.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Where
cat and mouse. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm
But I
thinking.
think the thing is, Rob, like the where the Japanese succeed is they will always add an element of fantasy. So, like when you get that fantastical element, you're like, okay, some of these rules here, when they get loose, I can like let this thing go because okay, there's a magical notebook that can give people heart attacks. Here, I kind of feel like that's lacking. Like I kind of feel like they want to do a police procedural to catch a serial killer, but like there's a lot of logistical stuff that's not computing in my brain. But anyway, that's just me. I
And
think we can
watch
Yeah,
it.
move
there's a
on.
lot that's not computing in my brain,
It's a 2-minute trailer, bro.
which is making me like and also remember it's a Shalaman trailer, so we're probably missing something
Oh,
or
missing stuff.
there's a clue that we
yep.
haven't gotten, so that might be another thing. But as it stands right now, this movie is not making sense to me.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Let's
same
get your
here.
numbers,
How much
guys.
do you guys think it'll make at the box office?
Hey, after the nonsense that was like Shalaman has been steadily releasing worse and worse movies, and then he had a couple that I think he had one or two that just kind of saved him from being
With
totally written off.
with the beach that makes you old, how much did that make?
I'm just looking up some stuff right now. Like a Knock in the Cabin made 50 million.
What
Old
was the budget? What was the budget?
90 million for Old. Oh, good for them. Budget is
990.
yeah for Old. Straight
Okay.
budget 20 million. All right, so it made its money back. An Old. I'll tell you now. Because that's what I'm thinking. We should keep it in the average. So 18 million, and it made 90 million, which makes sense.
Okay.
Because it's, yeah.
Wait. So Old and A Knock in the Cabin made 90 million.
No. Yes. No. Old, 18 budget, 90 million profit. Right.
Okay.
And then A Knock in the Cabin was 20 million, 54 million profit. Well, box office. So I think we are looking between 90 and 50, in my opinion, because I think this is a more ambitious movie than it's more ambitious than both movies, actually, I would argue. So it might even make more, because it's definitely more ambitious than A Knock in the Cabin, which is like one room, and then it's more ambitious than Old, which was just a beach. But this is also one room.
But you see, the difference between those two concepts and this one is, with the beach, you don't know who might come at the beach because it's a really open place, it's open space, right? With a cabin as well, it's an open space. You never really know who's going to come to that room. With this one, we know who's going to come, and there's a lot of people in that room. So,
wait, what? Oh, yeah.
It doesn't really spike your interest like that, those other two. Here you're just trying to make sense of the movie, not necessarily because you're not sure
And
who's
also,
gonna
like,
come.
the thing is, it's kind of like it's trying to make it's speaking of anime, it's trying to do the Death Note thing where it's trying to have people like root for the serial killer. And like
Yes.
I don't see like the actor looks like he's a good actor, but I don't see how charismatic. Like he's got to have some like charisma of no for people to want to cheer for him to get out of this trap, or for even like and like maybe they've got to have a and I think maybe that's another thing the trailer was kind of missing is maybe they needed an L counterpart, like somebody who's like a face of the police, like bound to try and be out to catch this guy who put this sting operation together. I think that maybe would have piqued my interest just a little bit more because like there's got to be some sort of
Didn't he just push like a
back
girl
and
down the
forth.
stairs?
Yeah, which is also just like, dog, aren't you hiding?
I thought that was his daughter, actually. I was very confused about that scene.
I thought so too. Like, why would
That's
you
not
push
his
your own
daughter?
down the stairs?
I legitimately
I think
thought
it
it was
is.
his daughter, so I don't know.
His
I
daughter
don't
in
know.
the shot, I don't think. I think it's something else.
Yeah.
I think it's someone else because it looked like she had black hair, not blonde hair.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's true. And I think it's the daughter's birthday anyway, so hence the whole concert thing in the first place. But anyway, how much do you
But
guys
now
think
I'm
it's
saying that gives. But I'm
gonna
saying
make?
that now also that makes it a little bit more difficult to conceptualize because I'm like, does that mean the police know that it was his daughter's birthday? Is that a coincidence? Like,
Nah, because
anyway.
it's a scene where he runs past the police, and you can't tell me that they know what he. I do not know if they know what he looks like or they don't know what he looks like. Because you see him running in between SWAT teams, so there's.
I think anime ruined us. I'm telling you, like the way
But
we are
anyway, I
dissecting
think
this trailer.
we can move on.
Yeah, who's
How
gonna
much
So I
I'll give
said,
it a 50 mil
yeah,
because
me
of the
too, 50
name,
mil.
because of Shalaman.
Yeah, 50 mil. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan he's still a draw. Whether people really like him or not, they'll want to see how bad the movie is or how good the movie is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some people are actually gonna hate watch it.
Yeah.
Either hit or miss, never in between. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I agree with that, actually.
I think 50-50 is, it makes sense.
And then I guess I'm the standout because I'm gonna say 95 million, man. Because the Devil, right? Devil, which is technically not his movie, but technically it is his movie. It made of 18 million budget, it made 63. His style of movie making averages between 90 and 60, in my opinion, from what I've seen.
How much did Glass make at the box office?
See, that was one of those big time movies, so I feel like it's almost unfair to put it on the list. But let's see.
What's its existing IP?
Wow, check it out. Split 9 million only. Unbreakable 75 million, and Glass was budget of 20 million. It made 274 and 47 million.
Wait, what made 8 million? Split made 8 million.
9 million. Let me just confirm this.
That
Okay,
can't
the
be.
budget was
What?
9
That
million.
can't
Sorry.
be. Like
Yeah,
it
the
was
budget was
James
9 million.
McAvoy. He was still, pumped off the Xavier juice and First Class. There's no way.
78 million.
There we go. That
That
sounds
Okay.
more
sounds more
plausible.
like it.
And I feel like, yeah, I am gonna stick with 95 million. I am happy with my bet because I feel like this is intriguing enough and it's ambitious enough that it's not gonna make the small money that the other movies made. And I wasn't a fan of the visit, but it was still a crowd pleaser. So I think it's gonna be a crowd pleaser. Anyway, yeah, that's everyone.